If you're tired of posting on TikTok just to get stuck at 200 to 300 views, or maybe you used to go viral on TikTok but you don't anymore, you're in the right place, because by the end of this video, you're gonna know the 5 steps that you need to be implementing in 2024 if you wanna go viral on TikTok. In fact, I just helped this creator go viral and gain over 100,000 followers, but most importantly, they're now monetized on TikTok, and this creator was able to do the same thing, except they gain over 200,000 followers, and the same thing can happen to you so long as you don't skip any of the steps that I'm gonna share with you. So the first thing you need to make sure that you're doing is you need to make sure that you're using a feedback loop to determine what kind of content you should be creating and to make sure that you're actually following the latest TikTok algorithm. And in order to make this really simple for you, I've actually gone through and created a 3-step feedback loop that you could implement. All you have to do is copy what I'm about to tell you, and it's going to increase your views on TikTok. So the first thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is the idea phase. Did you research the topic that you're about to post about? And has somebody posted a video that got 10,000, 100,000, or even 1 million views on this topic in the last 7 to 30 days? If you cannot click this box right here, you need to go back to the idea phase and you need to come up with a better idea for your content. If you don't know how to come up with ideas, I'll share that with you in just a little bit. But after you find a topic, you then need to go and research what length your competitors' videos are, what format they're using, and what the pacing of the first 10 seconds of the video is. Because here's the deal. If your pacing is drastically different, it's going to destroy the reach that you're getting. I mean, think about it. Go listen to your favorite music or your favorite YouTuber or your favorite TV show, put it at half the speed or put it at 2 times the speed, and guess what? It's nowhere near as good as a viewing experience. So if you mess up the pacing of your videos, or you're not talking quick enough, or maybe you're talking too slow, it's going to kill the amount of people that actually watch the video. In addition to that, you need to determine whether or not your competitor used a visual hook, text on the screen, or they used an audio hook. And I can bet that they probably used all 3 of them, which means that needs to be present in your content. On top of that, you need to take into consideration the post-production checklist. Should you duet or stitch your competitor's video? Does your video have a hook? Does your video need a trending sound? Did you write an engaging description? And by the way, an engaging description on TikTok is at least 200 characters, and ideally it should be spaced out and have emojis in it. Are there any parts of your video that could be eliminated and it still makes sense? If there are, you need to get rid of those parts, because otherwise what's going to happen is viewers are going to drop off, and then as a result, not going to get the views that you want. Do you ramble off at any part in your video? Again, get rid of it. Is there a call to action in your content? Ideally, there should be. And is your post at least as good as your competitors, or ideally better? Because here's the deal. You could have a great idea for a post on TikTok, but if all you're doing is creating a worse video than a video that already exists, you're not helping anybody out. And that's what a lot of creators are doing on TikTok right now. And that's why you're stuck at 200 to 300 views and you're not going viral. And then finally, after you upload, you need to remind yourself of a few different things. 1, 99% of your views are going to come after the first 24 hours of you uploading that piece of content. So don't judge yourself after 5 minutes, after 30 minutes, or after an hour. In fact, after you post on TikTok, you should get away from your phone for a little bit so that you're not so anxious about whether or not you're growing on TikTok, because all that's going to lead to is burnout, and it's going to make you a worse content creator. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you go through this checklist after you post. The first thing you need to do is figure out what your watch time was and what your audience retention was. You need to identify where there's drop off. Was it in the beginning? Was it in the middle? Was it at the end? Was it gradual? And you need to come up with an idea for how you can improve your post next time. If you're not doing this every single time that you're posting, you're destroying your reach. But that's not the only thing you need to do. You also need to make sure that you're posting at the right time, you're using the right hashtags, and you're getting the right type of engagement metrics on TikTok. But before I can share that with you, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to go quicker on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms. In addition to that, I just created a free TikTok growth course. You can get it at the pinned comment below. It's going to explain to you exactly how the algorithm works and how you can create better content on TikTok, whether you're showing your face or not showing your face. So what are you waiting for? Go to that pinned comment below and register for the free course right now. So when it comes to figuring out the best time for you to post to reach the audience that you're trying to reach, or the best hashtags, you need to make sure that you're using this website right here, Account Tick. And essentially what you could do, come over here to TikTok Tools, you're going to go to Analytics, and then from here, you need to type in somebody's page. And what I'm going to do is type in TikTok. We're going to see the first person that shows up here. It's going to be this individual right here, which by the way, I helped him gain over 70,000 followers on TikTok and make tens of thousands of dollars a month simply for posting videos over 1 minute long on TikTok. And I can help you do the same thing, and I'll share with you a little bit later on exactly how I can help. So if we go through, and by the way, this website is 100% free. That's why there are all these ads here. So if we scroll down a little bit, this is going to show us his average engagement rate for his last 10 posts, and it's going to show us a few things we're going to be interested in, like the hashtags that he's using. We're going to be able to see the most used hashtags, and if you write these down and begin to use them in your content, guess what you're going to do? you're going to increase the views that you get. But on top of that, you can come down here and you can see what posting times are getting him the most views. So if we see here, 9 p.m. didn't do that well. 6 p.m. didn't do that well. 10 p.m. didn't do that well. 12 p.m. though, in the middle of the day, did a little bit better and got him 5x the amount of views he was getting on other posts. And if we keep scrolling down, this video right here did well at 6:50 p.m. And if we keep going, 4:30 a.m. Now, obviously, I don't expect you to post at 4:30 a.m., but what you should do is go through and do this for a list of your competitors, ideally 3 to 5 of them. You're going to be able to see what time slots are working best to reach the audience you're trying to reach, and you're going to be able to come up with a list of hashtags because these most used hashtags, it only shows 4 of them, but guess what? If you go through and do this for 3 to 5 different competitors, now you have 12 to 15 different hashtags, and now you know exactly which hashtags you should be using and what times you should be posting. But your job isn't done yet, because now that you know what kind of content you're going to be creating, you know what time you're going to post, you know what hashtags you're going to use, you need to come up with a better hook for your piece of content. Because here's the deal. If you're not keeping at least 70% of people through the first 3 seconds, guess what? TikTok isn't going to push out your content no matter how much you upload or how much effort you put into your content. So here's how you can guarantee that that happens. You need to go through and search for whatever topic you're going to be creating content about. Then you need to see all the different videos that were created, and I want you to write out exactly what they're doing in the first 3 seconds. Was there a visual hook? Was there a text hook? Was there an audio hook? And now, for every single hook that they did that worked, I want you to make a better version of those, because the biggest mistake that creators are making right now on TikTok, and you're making this mistake too, is you only come up with one hook for your video, because your idea or your topic might be right, but you need to come up with multiple hooks so that you can actually find the best hook that is going to work the best to hook your audience in. Because remember, if you're not getting 70% of people to stay through the first 3 seconds of your content, that is why you're not getting enough views. Or you might be messing up the last 2 things I'm going to share with you. In fact, the last thing I'm going to share makes the most small creators on TikTok go viral, but you just need to make sure you're not messing it up. But before that, I need to make sure that you're using more photo posts on TikTok. This is one of the biggest hacks that you can implement right now. In fact, TikTok has literally come out and said that photo posts get almost 2x the amount of engagement that video posts get right now. And no, I'm not telling you to stop creating video content on TikTok. What I am telling you though is that you need to be focused on 2 types of content. 1, content that ranks for search and that's over 1 minute long. And you can use their new Creator Insights tool in order to do this, or you need to be focused on photo content. But in specific, you need to create photo content that hits 3 criteria. The first one, it has at least 3 high quality photos with text on them to tell a story so that the viewer knows why they need to swipe all the way through to the end. If this isn't present, you're not going to get views, and it's going to be the reason you fail to grow on TikTok right now. The second thing, you need to have a description that is at least 200 characters, and ideally your description should have a hook, it should have a body, it should have a call to action. And never tell somebody to go to the link in your bio on TikTok, because they're going to decrease the amount of reach that you get. Instead, what you should be doing is getting people to share your content, getting people to comment for a specific reason, or getting them to follow you. If you could get any of those 3 things to happen after somebody watches an entire video that you posted on TikTok, the TikTok algorithm is going to make your post go viral like crazy. And then finally, in that description, it needs to be spaced out. It can't be 2 or 3 sentences in a row, because then it looks like a blob, it's intimidating, and nobody's going to read it. Instead, they need to be spaced out sentence by sentence or line by line so that it's super easy to read for your audience. And adding emojis into that actually makes it even easier and allows you to display the emotion you want somebody to feel. Which brings me to the last and most important thing that you could be doing right now if you want to go viral on TikTok, and that is that you're getting some kind of outside help. I mean, think about it. If you wanted to get better at baseball, you'd get a coach. If you wanted to get good at jiu-jitsu or MMA, you'd get a coach. And if you wanted to get better at school, you would get a tutor. You need the same exact thing for your TikTok account. In fact, I've helped thousands of creators grow on TikTok and get monetized, and I want to help you next. In fact, I want to work with you personally and tell you exactly what you should be posting, what to change in your content, and everything else you need to know to go viral on TikTok. If that sounds interesting to you and you want to get monetized or grow quicker on TikTok, well, please keep watching this video, because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on TikTok and this organic reach that we're currently seeing is not going to last for forever. And the only 2 things holding you back from getting the followers that you deserve right now on TikTok and the followers that you want is 1, you haven't implemented the steps that I share with you in this video to help you get more followers, and 2, you haven't gotten into my TikTok mentorship program yet, where I literally am going to guarantee that I help you get more followers in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. And the way that this works is I'm going to tell you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use to guarantee that you get more followers in the next 30 days. If that sounds interesting, interested, then please go to the link in the description below and get signed up right now. The average person that's gone through this program has gained over 50,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 6,500 followers if they implemented everything that I share with them. And since you're still watching this video, I'm going to assume that you're above average. So the odds of you gaining over 50,000 followers is probably quite high. And it doesn't matter what your background is or what your niche is. This program is going to help you get more results faster and easier. If you're struggling right now to grow on TikTok, you need to get into this because every single day that you wait, it's only going to get harder to grow. So what are you waiting for? Go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. You literally have absolutely nothing to lose. You're going to get more followers on TikTok, or you're going to get your money back. In fact, this creator just went through this program and gained over 10 million followers. This creator over 14 million, and this creator over 16 million. And I want you to be my next success story. So please stop procrastinating, invest in yourself now, and get the TikTok followers that ultimately you deserve. Or I strongly suggest you check out the next two videos I put up on the screen because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.